am a rider, guess you can hate me, not my concern. I'm a survivor, I'm like MacGyver, I'm gonna make it, when will they learn? Right when you doubt me, move on without me, that is the moment that I return. Don't clock in, I don't count hours, I won't leave, won't hit the showers, won't stop till I get my flowers. Yeah. Hate or doubt, don't know what's cuter, count me out, you need a tutor, won't shut down, I'm no computer. I'm a survivor, I'm like MacGyver, I'm gonna make it, when will they learn? I am the driver, I am a rider, guess you can hate me, not my concern. I'm a survivor, I'm like MacGyver, I'm gonna make it, when will they learn? Right when you doubt me, move on without me, that is the moment that I return. A battle cry for the nights that really I could have died. Ayo, 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 every time that I ever broke down and I cried. Ayo, 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 to the people who try to make me run, make me hide. Ayo, 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 told me that they love me, but in the end they lied. Ayo, 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 I gotta push forward, I'm never hitting reverse. Ayo, 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 to the women who left me, I've never seen her since birth. Ayo, to the people who told me I'm stupid and I was dumb. And to those who told me what I would never become. I'm a survivor, I'm like MacGyver, I'm gonna make it, when will they learn? I am the driver, I am a rider, guess you can hate me, not my concern. I'm a survivor, I'm like MacGyver, I'm gonna make it, when will they learn? Right when you doubt me, move on without me, that is the moment that I return. Making paper like Michael, I'm feeling like a boss. Never took a break, not Rachel and Ross. They've been too biased, they can get cross. 815, now it's time to get lost. Henny in your system, a system like Dennis. Yes, I found a lane like my last name Bennis. Going Bill 9, so they can deny. Yes, I've been cooking in a lab like a chemist. Hate it or love it, but I won't stop till the day that I reach the top. Oh, a legend is what I'll be. I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me. I don't care what you have to say, everything is gonna be okay. Yo, if y'all ain't got nowhere to go, just sit back, enjoy the show. Just sit back, enjoy the show. Just sit back, enjoy. And I ain't got shame, that's just me being frank. I invested in myself like a shark, no tank. I made it through the weeds like Nancy, no dank. To the day I get a Grammy saying who I wanna thank. If y'all ain't talking dope, then y'all ain't saying nothing like Maggie. Redefining hip-hop, the tracks are still swaggy. Thought I cooled off, thought you had me, but my lines burn after reading like Bradley. Hate it or love it, but I won't stop till the day that I reach the top. Oh yeah, a legend is what I'll be. I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me. I don't care what you have to say, everything is gonna be okay. Yo, if y'all ain't got nowhere to go, just sit back, enjoy the show. Just sit back, enjoy the show. Just sit back, enjoy the show. Stayed around the stew like Dill. Bet I could put you in your place like Phil. Call Miss Keaton, I'm going for the kill. Tim Taylor flows, y'all people know the drill. Or act out of character, yeah, that's American crime. Y'all like Peralta only going 9-9. I give 100%, I got a hunger for the game. Like I 8 to 11, I was made for prime time. I love it, but I won't stop.
Up, motherfucker!
Hold up, I hope y'all watching this shit.
First round, real quick.
The people that are in those training rooms with him know how good
Because he just knocks dudes out real quick in the first round.
Yeah, but now we're gonna get a good. I might fuck with this guy. He just to me,
They're
I thought he was a con
they're-
artist.
no, they're-
just based off his look.
They're edge. Holy shit! What the hell just happened? What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Wednesday, September 22nd, 2021. We got a big slate of baseball games we're going to break down today. Then we'll talk some football. Have some college football. I don't think there's any college games till either Thursday or Friday. Of course, there's an NFL game tomorrow night. We'll talk about that a little bit. Then we'll look ahead to some of the future stuff on Sunday. Have a big UFC pay-per-view this Saturday. So going to be a big weekend in sports with a full slate of football, full slate of college football and NFL football, full slate of MLB games coming down in the last week of the season before the playoffs. So a lot of these games mean a lot. Then Saturday you have a big UFC pay-per-view with Volkanovski fight and Nick Diaz fights Robbie Lawler. Then Sunday, if you're a pro wrestling fan, you have WWE Extreme Rules. So a lot going on this weekend. All right. We'll start with the baseball, and then we'll move on. But before we get started, don't forget, this Friday, we have a big guest going to be here at 1 p.m. live on GSR. Is going to join the show with us. It'd be the director, Hollywood House. If you're a pro wrestling fan, you don't want to miss this interview. Dude's a great personality. I really enjoy watching him do his thing in the wrestling business. So definitely looking forward to Friday for that. But all right, let's get ready. Let's jump into some of these. All right. First game we have is the Pittsburgh Pirates at the Cincinnati Reds. Reds are minus 1.5 on the run line, minus 270 money line. Pirates are plus 220 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 8. Be honest with you, I don't know how the Reds are minus 270 on the money line after the way they've been playing. Pirates won game 1. Reds won game 1. Pirates won last night. I don't know what the Reds are doing. They have bases loaded twice with no outs, don't score no runs. Manager brings in a guy that's 0 for 20 to pinch hit for a rookie that's been kind of hot. Didn't make a whole lot of sense there either. But Pirates ended up winning the game, I think 6-2 last night. Reds won 9-5 the night before. Reds got to go on a run here. They're 3 or 4 games back of the Cardinals now. They got to go on a run and hope that the Cardinals lose. Like a week and a half ago, the Reds were like 2 games up on everybody with the wild card spot, and then they have just fell apart. I like the pitching matchup here with Castillo against Overton. I mean, everything shows here that, if you look at all the numbers, the Reds should win this game. But are the bats going to show up today? Minus 270 on the money line is way too steep. If I did take this game, it'd have to be on the run line. I'm a big Reds fan, so I'm probably going to shy away from this one just because I've been betting on them. Yesterday, the only game I lost out of all my picks was the Reds. I was 5-1 yesterday in Major League Baseball, and the only game I lost was the Reds, and I've been picking them basically almost every game. I need to quit doing that. But with Castillo on the mound, I think the Reds are going to win the night. I like them minus 1.5 on the run line. Next game is the Toronto Blue Jays at the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays are -1.5 on the run line, -120 money line. The Blue Jays are +102 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 8.5. You have Merriweather on the mound for the Blue Jays. Patino's on the mound for the Rays. Today's a bullpen day for the Blue Jays, so Merriweather will probably only pitch maybe 2-3 innings. Merriweather was doing good in the closer role before he got injured, and he's just got back from the injury not too long ago, so I'll only look for him to go a couple innings. Patino has an ERA of 6.92, and he struggled against the Blue Jays. His only start against them this year, that was back in July. I'll lean toward the Blue Jays here at the +102 on the money line. All right, next game is the Kansas City Royals at the Cleveland Indians. This way, isn't it? Yep, here we go. All right, the Royals are -1.5 on the run line, -112 money line. Indians are -104 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 8.5. Now you have Hernandez on the mound for the Royals. Allen on the mound for the Indians. Hernandez is 3-0 with a 2.6 ERA on the road. The Royals have hit .295 versus Allen. Allen has allowed 12 runs and 20 hits. In his last 15 innings of pitching. And the Indians are 2-9 when Allen starts. I'll lean toward the Royals here, and also lean toward the over the 8.5. Next game we have is the Washington Nationals at the Miami Marlins. The Marlins are -1.5 on the run line, -134 money line. Nationals are +116 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 7.5. You have Gray on the mound for the Nationals, Hernandez on the mound for the Marlins. Gray has a 6.24 ERA since end of August. Hernandez has a 3.80 ERA. Marlins have been playing decent here as of late. Neither team is in the playoff running, so this game, in effect, doesn't mean anything. Just except for young players, they're auditioning for that team plus other teams. I'll lean toward the Marlins here at the -134 in the money line. All right, next game we have Texas Rangers at the New York Yankees. Yankees are -1.5 on the run line, -275 money line. Rangers are +225 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 9. You have Hearn on the mound for the Rangers, Kluber on the mound for the Yankees. Rangers offense has been really struggling. They've scored 11 runs over their last 7 games. Kluber was excellent his last start. He's been up and down since coming to the Yankees, but I like the Yankees here at the -1.5 on the run line. And I like the under the 9. Next game, you have the Baltimore Orioles at the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies are -1.5 on the run line, -330 money line. The Orioles are +265 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 8.5. You You have Aiken on the mound for the Orioles, Wheeler on the mound for the Phillies. Aiken has a 7.07 ERA in his last 3 starts. The Orioles are 4-12 in his starts. Wheeler for the Phillies is 3-0 with a 1.02 ERA over his last 3 starts. I like the Phillies here at the -1.5 on the run line. Phillies bats finally came alive yesterday there at the end to come back and win that game against the Orioles. I look for the Phillies bats to be hot today. Next game we have is the New York Mets at the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox are -1.5 on the run line, -180 money line. The Mets are +152 on the money line. Over/under for this game is set at 9. These are two teams going in the opposite direction. The Mets have lost 6 of their last 7. Mets looked like they were going to the playoffs, was sitting good, and they just went on a massive dive here second half of the season. They've lost 6 of their last 7. Walker be on the mound for the Mets. He has a 7.63 ERA in September. The Red Sox have won 6 in a row. Sell, who's on the mound for the Red Sox tonight, is 4-0 with a 2.4 ERA since returning from the IL. I like the Red Sox money line here. All right. Next game is the Minnesota Twins at the Chicago Cubs. Twins are -1.5 on the run line, -120 money line. The Cubs are +102 money line. Over/under for this game is at 7. Got Ryan on the mound for the Twins, Hendricks on the mound for the Cubs. Both teams are out of contention, so this game they're really not playing for anything at this point in the season. The Cubs got hot there for a little bit in the second half of the season after they blew the team up, but this game I would stay away from. But if I was going to bet on this game, I would go with the Cubs as home dogs. But neither one of these teams are very good at all. All right, next game we have is the St. Louis Cardinals at the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers are -1.5 on the run line, -132 money line. Cardinals are +112 on the money line. Over/under for this game is at 9. Cardinals have won 10 in a row. I would lean toward, even though I would need the Brewers, I would like to see the Brewers win because that would help the Reds if the Reds can get going. But I lean toward the Cardinals here. Cardinals have been hot. Brewers' offense has been struggling a little bit. I lean toward the Cardinals at the +112 on the money line and the under the 9. All right, next game is the Los Angeles Dodgers at the Colorado Rockies. The Dodgers are -1.5 on the run line, -210 money line. The Rockies are +176 on the money line. Over/under for this game is set at 10.5. You have Buehler on the mound for the Dodgers, Marquez on the mound for the Rockies. Dodgers have won 9 of their last 10 games. Buehler has an ERA of 2.39. Marquez has an ERA of 7.08 in his last 7 starts. Rockies are a better team at home. But the Dodgers are hot right now. I don't know if Marquez is going to have the stuff to slow him down. I would lean toward the Dodgers here at the -210 on the money line. All right. Before we move on, don't forget, you can find Easy Money, a sports betting show, live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Come join us. We're giving out winners. Also, you can find GSR Gonzo Sports Room, or Sports Talk Show, at 1 p.m. Eastern, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. You can also find Easy Money, a sports betting show, and GSR Gonzo Sports Room in podcast form on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts at, you can find us. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, all at Gonzo Sports Room. That's where we post everything about the shows. Post our daily picks on there, information about upcoming interviews or upcoming events. So follow us on social media so you always know what's going on. Also, check out our merch store, streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports/merch. We have t-shirts, hats, got a lot of stuff available in there, hoodies, some beanies. We just had this Steve is Missing shirt drop about a week ago. Go check it out. We'll have some new merch dropping here real soon. Go get your Easy Money and GSR gear. We also have a donation page at that same link if you'd like to donate to the show to help the show grow. We greatly appreciate that. You can find that link in the video description, or it's also at the bottom of the screen in the ticker. All right, we're going to take a short break, then we'll be back and we'll finish up these baseball games and then talk some football. Enjoy these clips off our YouTube page, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes. Thank you. It's all the Jake Paul hype yet. I think he's a good boxer. Do I think he's a high level and can compete with like professional boxers? No. Has he fought a pure striker or a pure boxer where he could prove that he can box at a pro level? Not yet. Tyron Woodley's going to be the best striker he's fought. Tyron Woodley ain't a boxer, but Tyron Woodley's going to be the best pure striker that Woodley's fought so far. He fought an NBA player that was coming in with his head down and not even looking where he was throwing. Then he fought Ben Askren, and I'm a big Ben Askren fan. Ben Askren ain't known for his striking. I don't know why Ben Askren even thought he was going to get there and box. Ben Askren beat people by taking them down, holding them down, and pounding them somewhere they're on the ground. He wasn't known at all for his striking ability on his feet. Yeah, you can't take it away from him. Jake Paul, he's looked good in them fights. I think Woodley's going to be the toughest fight he's had so far, just because I think Woodley's the best striker he's fought. But I'd like to see him fight a boxer. You don't even have to be a top-level boxer yet. Fight a mid-level boxer everybody knows. See how it goes. If it goes good, move up in competition. But I'm not saying jump in against like Floyd Mayweather or somebody like that. Your first time fighting a professional boxer. You don't have to do that, but just fight somebody that's a boxer, not an NBA player, not a wrestler. Now you're fighting an MMA guy that, hey, can strike. I think Woodley's going to knock Paul's head off. I think Woodley is going to have too much power for him. I think Woodley has enough striking that he's going to be able to compete with him. I don't think Jake Paul's going to beat Woodley, but I'm not going to lie. I'm interested in seeing it on it's next Sunday night. Don't forget, we now have merch. Go check that merch store out. Also, on that same link as the merch, there is also a donation page there too if you'd like to donate to the show to help the show grow. Check those out. Hopefully you find some merch on there you like. Right now we have a couple t-shirts for a t-shirt for each show, a hoodie, and a hat. I'm working on some more stuff. We'll have more merch coming out here real soon. But hit that merch store up. Check it out. Also, check us out on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you can get the notifications. Also, you can find us on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcasts. You can find Easy Money, a sports betting show, and GSR, Gonzo Sports Room, if you just want the audio versions. All right. Again, real quick, because after seeing these fights over the weekend, it's back in my head. These UFC fighters need to band together, stand together somehow, join a fucking fighters union or whatever you got to do. But you guys got to get paid more. There's no way anybody should be going in that cage and fighting like that and making like, for example, the dude that fought Sean O'Malley last week, that Chris Latino, if he wouldn't have got the fight they got the fight night bonus for fight of the night or whatever, so they got a $75,000 bonus. But if he wouldn't have got that, he was only going to make like $15,000. And that's not counting paying his coaches or team, you know what I mean? Any expenses he has to pay, like coaches, team, any of that. Taxes. So hell, after taxes and paying everybody, he might have made like
Everything is gonna be okay. Yo, if y'all ain't got nowhere to go, just sit back, enjoy the show. Just sit back, enjoy the show.
All right, welcome back to the show. Easy Money, a sports betting show, Wednesday, September 22nd, 2021. We were talking some baseball before we went to break. We'll jump right back into that here in just a second. Don't forget, this Friday on our sports talk show, GSR, that's live on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern. We'll have guest director Hollywood House will be on live with us at 1 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you tune in for that show. But all right, let's jump right back into these baseball games. Next game up would be the Houston Astros at the Los Angeles Angels. Astros are minus 1.5 on the run line, minus 210 money line. Angels are plus 176 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 9.5. You have Garcia on the mound for the Astros, Junk on the mound for the Angels. Garcia is 11-7 with a 3.37 ERA. Junk has pitched only 8 innings in the majors. Done decent in the minors. And he's done all right when they made innings. He's pitching the majors, but hasn't been great. I would lean toward the Astros here at the 210 minus 210 on the money line. And I like the under the 9.5 on this game as well. I don't think the Angels are going to score a lot of runs. Then you have the Atlanta Braves at the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Braves are minus 1.5 on the run line, minus 180 money line. Diamondbacks are plus 152 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 9.5. You have Anderson on the mound for the Braves, Kelly on the mound for the Diamondbacks. Braves have been hot, looking like they're going to hold off the Phillies for that division there. I would lean toward the Braves here. Actually, I wouldn't lean toward it. I like the Braves here at the minus 180 on the money line. Braves have won the first. Braves won last night pretty convincingly. I like the Braves here at the minus 180 on the money line. Next game is the Seattle Mariners. I also like the over the 9.5 on that game as well. Next game is the Seattle Mariners at the Oakland Athletics. Oakland is minus 1.5 on the run line, minus 142 money line. Seattle is plus 120 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 8. Flexen is on the mound for the Mariners. Irvin on the mound for the Athletics. Flexen is 12-6 with a 3.66 ERA. Seattle is 19-9 in his starts. Seattle is also, as a team, is also 9-4 versus Oakland this season. Irvin is on the mound for the Athletics. He has an 8.49 ERA versus Seattle this season. You can get Seattle at plus money. They have one of their better pitchers on the mound, and they're facing a pitcher that they've done well against this season. I like Seattle here at the plus 120 on the money line. Next game is the San Francisco Giants at the San Diego Padres. The Giants are minus 1.5 on the run line. Minus 108 money line. The Padres are minus 108 money line as well. Got this game as a pick 'em. Over under is 9.5. You have Casimir on the mound for the Giants. Velasquez on the mound for the Padres. Casimir has a 6.43 ERA. The Giants have won 7 of their last 10. Velasquez has 11.63 ERA in his last 6 starts. I would lean toward the Giants here at the minus 108 on the money line. And I like the over the 9.5 in this game. Page here. All right. That's all of the. That's the day's slate of baseball games. Hopefully the Reds play good. We have some afternoon baseball today, which is always nice. There's games start. The Reds start at 12:30, and then you have a game that starts at 3. So from basically noon on, you can watch baseball today. All right. Let's take a look at the NFL. Thursday night football tomorrow night. You have the Carolina Panthers at the Houston Texans. The Panthers are 8-point favorites now. Numbers going up. So if you like the Panthers here, you want to jump on them now. I think that was at 6 on yesterday, but it's been announced that Tyrod Taylor will not play. So rookie Davis Mills is going to be starting for the Texans. Panthers defense has only allowed 21 points over their first 2 games. The offense has played pretty consistent. I like the Panthers here at the minus 8. I'll lay the 8 with the Panthers. I think I like the under the 43.5 here. I mean, the Panthers could score. Panthers would have to score up most of the runs. But yeah, I would like the under the 43.5 because I don't think the Texans are going to score much. Panthers will score most. All right, and then give me just 1 second. I have a kid texting me. Okay. So, kids. They knows I'm busy and still messaging me. Okay. All right. But yeah, so I like the Panthers there. Sorry about the delay there, but I like the Panthers there at the minus 8. See, college football. On Thursday, you have Marshall at App State. App State is 7.5-point favorites. They're minus 290 on the money line. Marshall is plus 225 on the money line. Over under for this game is 59.5. I like App State here. I would wait till me personally. I'd wait till tomorrow. See if it goes down to 7. I'd feel more comfortable at 7 than having that hook. But I do like App State in that game. But I'd rather get that at 7 than at 7.5. That way, at least if it's a touchdown game, all it does is it'd be a push. Friday, you have Middle Tennessee at Charlotte. Charlotte's 2.5-point favorites there. Got a few college games Friday evening. That's always nice. Wake Forest and Virginia. Virginia's 4.5-point favorites. I like Virginia in that game. Liberty at Syracuse. Liberty's 6.5-point favorites in there. UNLV, Fresno State. Fresno State's 30.5-point favorites. I like Fresno State. They're good, but 30.5 is a lot of points to give up. I hate giving up that many points and having to sit there and watch and hope. Then Saturday, game I'm interested in, you have Notre Dame at Wisconsin. They have Wisconsin as 6.5-point favorites as of right now. Notre Dame struggled to beat Florida State, and they struggled their next game, but they did look pretty good. They did look good look better against Purdue. I had actually picked Purdue to beat them last week. Wisconsin, I mean, we really don't know how good they are. This is a game I'm still going to do a deeper dive down into before I make a. But as of right now, I'm leaning toward Wisconsin at the minus 6.5. See what other games stick out Saturday. Georgia, Vanderbilt, LSU, Mississippi State. I think that'll be a good game. I favor LSU at the minus 2.5. Texas Tech, Texas. Toledo at Ball State. Ball State's 4.5-point underdogs. I like Ball State here at plus money. They disappointed me last Saturday against Wyoming. I really thought Ball State would go in there and compete. They didn't at all. But yeah, I like Ball State here as home dogs. Illinois and Purdue. Purdue's minus 11.5. Rutgers at Michigan. They have Michigan as 20.5-point favorites over Rutgers. To me, that's too many points. I know Michigan's looked pretty good so far early in the season, but Rutgers isn't that bad. I think 20.5 is too many. I think 20.5 might be way too many. But Kansas and Duke. Georgia State, Auburn, UCLA, Stanford. UCLA's 4.5-point favorites. I was looking for the Michigan State game. Here we go. Michigan State, Nebraska. They got Michigan State as 4.5-point favorites. I like Michigan State in that game. I don't think Nebraska is near as good as Michigan State. I think that number should be closer to probably 7.5. So I'll jump all over to 4.5. All right, let's look at some of the games. We'll dig deeper down in them games on Friday and give you our picks for the games on Saturday. All right, let's get to my picks of the day. I like the Yankees -1.5, the Phillies -1.5. The Braves money line, the Seattle Mariners money line, the Boston Red Sox money line, and the Cincinnati Reds -1.5. So that's the Cincinnati Reds -1.5, the Red Sox money line, the Braves money line, Seattle Mariners money line, Phillies -1.5, and the Yankees -1.5. All right, that's my base MLB picks for today. We will excuse me. On tomorrow's Easy Money, 11 a.m. Eastern, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Come join us. We're giving out winners tomorrow on Easy Money. We'll break down the baseball games like we normally do. Break down the Thursday night football game a little more in depth. Like I said, I like the. I think the Texans are going to get beat up on. Also, tomorrow we'll have our preview and predictions of the UFC pay-per-view for Saturday night. It's a big card. Nick Diaz makes his return to the UFC. We'll be live for that with live watch along and reaction to the UFC pay-per-view on Saturday. I'll put out more information tonight about what time we will be live. But I'll put out our preview and predictions. We'll go through that tomorrow morning right here on Easy Money, a sports betting show. I want to appreciate everybody for watching. We appreciate all the support you guys have been giving us. Don't forget, we're live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch with Easy Money, a sports betting show. We're giving out winners. Come join us. We're also live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo Sports Room, our sports talk show. That show's also live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all at Gonzo Sports Room. That's where we post all the information about our shows at. I post our picks of the days there, all of our show announcements. You can also find Easy Money, a sports betting show, and GSR Gonzo Sports Room in podcast form on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Check out our merch store, streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports /merch. We have a lot of different t-shirts, some hoodies, some hats, long sleeve tees, just dropped some beanies. I have a couple new shirts going to be dropping here real soon. So go check that out. We also have a donation page at that same link. If you'd like to donate to the show to help the show grow, we'd also appreciate that as well. That link, you can find it in the video description or going across the bottom of the screen in the ticker. The link one more time is streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports /merch. Like I said, don't forget, Friday we have a big show planned for GSR Gonzo Sports Room, 1 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have special guest, the director Hollywood House, with us. You don't want to miss this interview. It's going to be a great conversation. Dude has a great personality, and he's great at what he does. Let me put it that way. Hope to see you guys here in a little over an hour for GSR Gonzo Sports Room. I'll put out more information tonight about the live watch along on Saturday with for the UFC fights. Hope everybody's having a great hump day. Hope to see you here at 1 o'clock on the same channel with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. If not, we'll see you tomorrow morning at 11 with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Hope everybody has a great day. Peace.